Hello, welcome to the second Chaotic Reality exit interview. Today we have, unfortunately, I
The
believe,
GOAT.
10th place Lanky. Lanky, how are you feeling?
11th place, okay, Mr. Host, but I'm feeling all right, good experience. I feel like I got out before it got like super graded, and my setup was kind of getting a little infuriating, which is my fault, but like, I feel like I wish I gone farther, but like, no regrets really.
Alrighty. So let's go ahead and first, have you watched the episode? I'm curious. What do you think about the edit on your episode if you've watched it?
So I watched the first episode. I haven't gotten to the second one, but the first episode was actually really awesome. You know, I like the edit that I'd be first boot, which I, you know might have been a bit more memorable if I was first ever boot. Nah, but Connors to go. It's good editing. I actually really like what y'all doing. I hope it gets good.
Yes.
Like I mean, it is good, but like I hope it gets like traction. In the algorithm.
I sure hope so too, Lanky.
Right?
So let's go ahead and actually that's what I was about to bring up. Let's go ahead and talk about round one. So looking
Yeah.
at the edit, right? So round one, you probably felt a little bit comfortable after you got a vote, so you're probably worried, right?
Yeah.
But assuming that you were like, hey, no one really voted for me round one. Did you ever like
Mhm.
get aware that if Connor essentially didn't kind of destroy his own game, right? How would you feel? Like, did you know that you would have been possibly an option to go out for the first round if it wasn't for
Um,
Connor kind of blowing up his game?
well, I knew it would, if Connor didn't blow up his game, then it would have been Bandit Gun. So, I feel like honestly, I wish he did it because if Bandit would got, I'd probably go farther because Connor is probably my number one ally at that point. So I kind of wish he didn't do
Mm-hmm.
that. Like he could have just said, "Hey, Bandit, I want to vote you out," just because. Like if he didn't list the metagaming reasons, Bandit could have been out episode one.
Honestly, actually, that is a very high possibility reason because I feel like that Connor would have never lost someone like AV, who was a key factor in that vote there. I do think it ended up being a close vote between you and Bandit. Definitely very close vote because I think
Yeah,
Bandit will always get the vote of someone like a Faven, someone like a G,
yeah,
someone like a Panino, someone like
yeah,
I think maybe Brendan, maybe not. The Brendan would be the
yeah,
real flip vote there because I think AV flips
yeah,
back, right? And I think
yeah,
that's the biggest factor. What does Brendan do? I do
yeah,
ultimately believe that I truly believe, right, from just seeing the votes and how it was just set up and how Bandit kind of set the situation around it, right, is that without Connor's blow up, I do think you would have been the first boot. Is just
yeah.
my personal take on the
It's
situation.
possible. Yeah.
Or honestly, like I said, it really changes the dynamics of what Connor did because
Hmm.
maybe he'd still get other people and stuff like that because what Connor did essentially was irreparable damage to his game and the way he went about it. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say on round one. So let's go ahead and talk about
Yeah.
round two. Round two, this is the
Yeah.
round. So you did actually come into this round decently set up to at least survive the vote, I would say, right? Because
Yeah.
you actually made a smart move at the start of the round, getting into a voice call with every single one of the nominees, right?
Yeah.
Except Ant. But
Yeah.
how did you feel going into the going into the next round that Ant ended up campaigning against you specifically? Why do you think Ant chose you to go against rather than someone like a Brendan or a Panino?
Well, probably the same reason I went against Ant. I just didn't talk to him. And that's the main regret I have with this formula. Great formula, but which I get why there's the channel restrictions because there's like a time limit and you can't go beyond that. But like, I do kind of wish like there was more time to talk to people. And I feel like that's where a lot of the people who went against me, like and happened because we never got a chance to talk like Jason. And I yeah, I didn't think that round was going to turn out too well for me, to be honest. I think I knew I was kind of cooked once Connor went.
Who do you think was like? Do you think if you joined a voice call with a specific person, what type of who would be the specific person of a voice call that you believe would have changed your game? Like, who do you think you wish you would have talked to that would have changed your game? Like, if you have any regrets of
Uh,
not joining a voice call with someone with that round, who was it?
round one, I wish I was in more calls with Panino. Because Panino was the one who voted me initially, and I feel like that's what got the ground running. Because if you're an initial nominee, that just sets the ground to be the pawn every single round, votes and votes and votes and votes. And I think that's what kind of got the ball rolling,
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason I probably went out was because of that one Well, not like I know that's not the main reason. That's the main reason my name is out there in the first place. I think is because that one vote because I didn't talk to Panino early enough. So I wish.
Whoops, sorry.
No, sorry.
You first.
No, go, go, go.
Oh, I was gonna say I truly believe that. I believe, in my opinion, anyways. I don't know if Panino intended it, but either way, Panino did set you up. Like Panino was setting
Yeah.
up your elimination essentially round one
Mhm.
because he was
Yeah.
kind of putting. He decided to make that lone vote to be like, hey, Connor's got to go right now, but I'm just letting you guys
Yeah.
know who needs to go right afterwards.
Yeah.
So
It's.
that I
I
believe
do think.
I believe he set you up. Anyways, yes.
Yeah. I do think that's what really like the hypothetical you talked about earlier, where Connor doesn't blow his game up. Let's say if Bandit goes round one, I do feel like me and Connor could have gone deep in the game because we were a line of people like Faven who was pretty much with everybody. I feel like, and I feel like that connection could have carried us further in the game. And I feel like there's so many like what ifs that like could have really just changed the game completely.
So, is there any regrets that you have from Chaotic Reality Live? Like, is there anything that you wish you would have done better?
Uh, I wish I went into the season with. I wish I was just more prepared. Like I feel like a lot of my connection issues, some of my just general things that made it could have made like at least for the episodes. I noticed how like my setup kind of stuck out as like kind of scuffed or whatever, and I should have like put more into it so I didn't like could have helped the product more, you know,
Mm-hmm.
instead of yeah. That's probably my biggest regret is that I don't think I prepared enough.
Alrighty, so yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so really, all my questions are just having about like later in the game. Damn it, I need to stop doing that. Okay, so
I'm
uh,
trying so hard not to spoil the game right now.
I'm trying so hard not to spoil the game. Oh, okay, yes. So what on the round that you got out? Who is the
Mhm.
player that you had the least trust in? Do you believe that anyone specifically was going after you that round?
Well, I felt like I had cleared up the things with Panino because we had that conversation. I don't. Apparently, I didn't, but I thought I did. I thought we were clear, but apparently not.
You did have that
Uh,
conversation with Panino, but then he
mhm.
immediately had a conversation with Ant. And Ant was like, "You better fucking vote for me,
Yeah,
Panino."
yeah,
And Panino's like, "Oh
yeah,
shit, okay, I'm switching courses."
yeah,
But to be
yeah.
honest, the round that you got out right, I would say
Mhm.
that Panino and Ant, like Ant, just kind of convincing people to join her
Yeah,
side is kind of what like screwed you over, right?
yeah,
Jace straight up not voting sucks for you because I think well, no, I actually think that you could have convinced Jace, right? The thing is
yeah.
that
Well,
I do think
I
that
had that. I had that like minute, like that first call alliance. I remember it was me, Faven, and like two other people. I can't remember. Like I feel like that it was like it's supposed to be like a secret alliance thing, which never really amounted to anything. But like I thought that could have had my back a little bit.
is there anyone that you feel
Yeah,
like backstabbed from going after the season, like after the season?
like who I think backstabbed me.
Yeah, if you felt like anyone backstabbed you.
No, I mean it's a game, you know. I didn't take nothing personally, and again, like the only real connections I had was with Connor and Faven, and Faven was to everyone, so I didn't really feel no backstabbing there.
Hmm?
It's just a fun game. I had fun.
Is there anyone that you talked to after the game ended? Like anyone that like reached out to you, anything like that? Like, did you make any new
Well,
friends coming out of the game?
I reached out to Connor. We talked a little bit. I want to say I just had we had like a short little conversation. Like, man, we're the first two boots. That sucks. But that's about it. I probably should reach out to other people though.
Fair enough, dude. Alrighty. Well, it's time for the end of the interview questions. So, my question is, what would you do differently on a chaotic reality return if you were ever asked back? This is not an invitation, but this is just simply
Yeah.
rhetorical. You know what I mean?
Uh, I think I put too much focus on like making jokes and having fun than like playing the game. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I'd probably put more focus on like alliances and stuff
All right.
because that's the reason I just didn't have enough connections in the game strategically.
Alrighty, dude. And my last question is, would you return to chaotic reality if you were ever asked back? A
And if I do, here's hold up. sick transition here, Play. If I get invited back, I will be wearing this the entire season. This is promised here.
Ranch.
Ranch.
Ranch. Get ranch.
Ranch.
Ranch. Oh,
Ranch.
you've been ranch. Insert ranch.
You have been ranch.
Terry, it's been so much fun having you on this season of Chaotic Reality. So, here's something new that I'm gonna be doing with all the interview
Okay.
things. You have, I'm gonna actually pull up a little timer right here. 1 second.
Okay.
That create an alarm. Calm down.
No, you gotta set the alarm.
All right. So you have 30 seconds, starting whenever I say, to say whatever you want. Shout out whatever you want to say. You can say it. So are you ready?
God, what would I even shout out?
Anything you want.
Okay, guys. Okay, you got this?
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, guys. Here's my catch tag. I'm gonna need all of you guys. Wait, where is it? You're gonna need all of you guys to send me $1 each. I need it, man. I will. Come on. This is what U.S. Postal needs, man. I need to get it in. No, I'm kidding. Don't actually do that. Yes. uh, I need money to buy more hair growth. I'm balding. I'm balding. I need it.
Alrighty, Lanky. It's been great having you on. I hope you enjoy the episodes and stuff like that, man. So
Yeah.
this interview is over. It's over.
Yo.